let's talk QC. Because the amount of videos I've seen of you guys QCing your product is nonstop. It's probably what your biggest job.
Yeah, it takes up most of our time. We've obviously gotten a lot faster at it. So for full, start to finish, and we can talk about the tobacco side as well, because that's another nightmare. But our cigars come in clear bags of 140, and we sit here with lamps and, grab a handful. Yes, our hands are washed, and we put on a podcast and we sit there for hours and hours and hours and hours. And we've been doing this ever since 2020. We did that originally in my mom's kitchen, and there's a progression of it. At first, we didn't realize that we could store our cigars in, big humidifiers. So we would have my mom sitting there ready with the 5-packs. We didn't want our cigars to dry out. So Dawson and I open up the bags, sort them, immediately throw them to my mom. She packs them up. We have some shitty hand sealer. And, it's just a progression on that, and slowly got an office in October of 2020 during COVID, and stayed there for 2.5 years. But yeah, so for the QC, it's
like, what are you looking for? You're looking for tears. You're looking for what veins? Like,
we can back it up really far, because it all starts with the tobacco and the selection. And there's different grades that you can purchase. Ideally, the tobacco we buy doesn't have holes, and that's a big one. That's a good place to start. So assuming you get that, dialed in, then you hopefully can build some redundancy in the actual production. So there's some quality control on their end. But even then, it's, we're human. There's going to be things that slip through. And then once we get them in Tampa for our last kind of round of quality control, to answer your question, we're looking for texture, color, the vein direction, holes, and we're making these decisions in, less than a second. You got to do it thousands of times every day. So it's like, it becomes second nature. But, in a premium cigar world, you pay $500 for a box of 20 cigars. If they're all different colors and shades, you're going to be a pretty bummed out consumer. Is like, why am I paying all this money for lack of consistency? And it's the same mentality for these. Like, I want you to open up a 5-pack of our pearls and they're all the same color. It's like, there's something to be said about, I don't think other brands can kind of point towards that consistency, which is what a premium cigar manufacturer